Welcome and hello ladies and gentlemen, Donspektor here. Today with the first impressions for the Moondrop Aria 2021 and the Moondrop Variations. And yeah, so let me again stress, this is only first impressions. This is not a full review. I cannot tell you about the technical details because I literally just unboxed them, listened to the first one for a couple of songs, maybe like 5 or 6 songs, then changed to the other one and did the same. So yes, do not expect a detailed review of both. It's just, yeah, my subjective impressions from the first few songs. And I'm going to start with the cheaper one, the Moondrop Aria, which clocks in at, I think, like $80 or something like that. And yeah, I throw the graph on here so you can see it, but I did listen to it before actually measuring them. Of course, I have seen the graph somewhere else, but don't mind that. So my first thought when I listened to, I think, Nightcrawler was, this is a nice V-shaped IEM. It does not boost treble or bass too much. It's not too much bleeding into the mids. It had a nice balance to it. It was definitely a really fun IEM. I did, however, have the impressions that it might be a bit too much occasionally. So I have to listen more to it, but definitely when I turn up the volume to a level where I would say, oh, this is fun listening, it was a bit too much for my taste. But yeah, I have to get more listening to that. Treble, however, I did not notice an 8K peak, or not too much. Also didn't notice like 6K being pronounced too much. The soundstage, however, I did notice positively, so it was definitely bigger than average. And yeah, I would say this should already be it for the first impressions. It's fun, it's V-shaped, it's definitely a good balance here. And yeah, I have to see if it really holds up to the hype this has gotten. So then let's come to the Moondrop Variations, which is at a completely different price level. I think it clocked in at like $500 or something like that. And yeah, it's a tribrid design for bass taken care by dynamic, mids by some balanced armatures, highs by I think also balanced armature, and then ultra highs by electrostatics. And yeah, what should I say? I listened to Dreams in Monochrome for Scandroid first when I just went for a walk outside. And yeah, it sounds really clean, like really, really clean. I don't know, there's not much of mid bass going on. If I look at the graph, yeah, makes sense. This is mainly sub bass focused, but really mid bass is not a strong point here. But what I did notice, it had a really good note weight to it. Like really, when there's a low note coming, you have the feeling that this actually has a weight behind it. It's, I think, the first IEM I've had where I actually could say positively, yeah, this one has note weight going on. In terms of treble, I didn't think the electrostatic implementation here was too well done. There wasn't too much air on top. Like, it was okay, I didn't have any problems with it, but it also didn't strike me as particularly, yeah, upper treble detailed. It has, I would say, like a bit of a zing to it, but I don't know, this is not in particularly, yeah, I want to say upper treble, like detailed IEM, at least from the first album I listened to it. So yeah, but it sounds really clean, so that I really enjoyed. It sounds brighter than it probably is, yeah, but if I look at the graph, yeah, it kind of has this odd like signature for the mids going on, where it drops constantly towards, yeah, the beginning of the bass, and then it starts to rise again. It looks a bit more weird on the graph than it actually sounds, but yeah, I have to give it more listening to say more about it. And yeah, I think this is it so far. First impressions for Moondrop Variations and Aria. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, if you have critique, or if you have other IEMs you can recommend me. Best in the more cheapish price range, so up to 200 or something. Please leave a comment. And with this, I say, Donspektor.